Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahit Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktira Bhavati Naishtaki Grandraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 29th chapter, titled as Explanation of Devotional Service by Kapila Dev to Mata Devhuti. Text number 14. In this chapter, Kapila Dev is explaining to Mata Devhuti about the bhakti and the qualities of bhakti. There are different types of bhakti. Sometimes people do bhakti in the mode of goodness, sometimes they do in the mode of passion, sometimes they in the mode of ignorance. So when one does bhakti in the mode of passion, then he is or one is interested in some sort of material gains. While bhakti in the mode of goodness, sattva guna, one is not interested in any material desires. So that is called Shuddha Bhakti. So here Kapila Dev is explaining to Mata Devati, Saiva Bhakti Yogakhya Atyantika Udharata Yena Ativrajaya Trigunam Mada Bhavayo Upapadayet. So here Kapila Dev is explaining to Mata Devhuti about the result of Shuddha Bhakti. So here it says, Saha eva bhakti yoga akhya. Saha eva bhakti yoga akhya atyantikaha udaharataha. Atyantika udaharata. By attaining the highest platform of devotional service, as I've explained, one can overcome the influence of three modes of material nature, sattva guna, rajaguna and tamoguna, and be situated in the transcendental stage as is the Lord. So when one does the Shuddha Bhakti, then one can overcome the three modes of material nature, sattva guna, rajaguna and tamoguna, and one gets the same situation. Someone comes in association with Krishna directly. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ji says here, Sripad Shankaracharya, who is supposed to be the leader of the impersonalist school of philosophers, has admitted in the beginning of his commentary on Bhagavad Gita that Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond the material creation. Except for him, everything is within the material creation. Shri Gaunitai, Shri Taram Lakshman Harijan, Shri Radha Vijvatsar, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mata, Shri Giriraj. Except for him, everything is within the material creation. So, Krishna is beyond the material creation. Who is saying? Shankaracharya says in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita. So he also accepts that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is also confirmed in Vedic literature that before the creation there was only Narayan. Neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva existed. Only Narayan or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Lord Krishna, is always in the transcendental position beyond the influence of material creation. The material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance cannot affect the position of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is called as Nirguna, free from all the tinges of material qualities. So Krishna, he is not within the material world. He is above the three modes of material nature, Sattva Guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna. Here the same fact is confirmed by Lord Kapila, one who is situated in pure devotional service is transcendently situated, as is the Lord. Just as Lord is not affected by influence of three modes of material nature, so are the pure devotees. So devotee who is in constant contact with Krishna through devotional service, he gets the same qualities that of Krishna, which is Sattva, Raja and Tamoguna cannot affect the devotee like that. One who is not affected by three modes of material nature is called as liberated soul. So he is not affected by Sattva Guna, Rajaguna or Tamoguna. He is always in contact with Krishna. So then he is not affected by. So anybody tries to disturb him is not disturbed because he is in contact with Krishna. Or it is called Brahma Bhuta stage. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. That is the stage of one who is in contact with Krishna. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not this body. This is applicable only to the person who constantly engages in devotional service of Krishna and is thus in the transcendental stage. He is above the influence of three modes of material nature. So when one uh, consider oneself as servant of Krishna, then he is not in the mode of material nature. It is the misconception of impersonalists that one can worship any imaginary form of Lord or Brahman and in the end merge in the Brahman effulgence. So there are people who are impersonalists who think that they, instead of worshipping Krishna, they will create their imaginary form. Of course, to merge into the bodily effulgence of Brahman, of Supreme Lord, is also liberation, as explained in the previous verse. Ekatva is liberation. There are 5 different kinds of liberation, right? But that sort of liberation is never accepted by the devotee. For qualitative oneness is immediately attained as soon as one is situated in the devotional service. So one is situated in the devotional service, then one is not interested in liberation. For a devotee, that qualitative equality, which is the result of impersonal liberation, is already attained. It does not have to try separately. It is clearly stated here that simply by pure devotional service one becomes qualitatively as good as Lord Krishna. So when a devotee engages in service of Krishna, he is already liberated. He doesn't have to try anything separately. So in this paragraph, we have seen that this shloka, we have seen that devotional service is the highest platform. And by attaining the highest platform of devotional service, which is bhakti-yoga, by coming in contact with Krishna, one can overcome influence of sattva-guna, rajaguna and tamoguna. And this is a transcendental position, pure devotional service. It allows one to be above the modes of material nature, as like Lord Krishna is above the 3 modes of nature. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan or Krishna, is above the material creation. He is a nirguna. And when we are in contact with the devotional service, we get liberated. We do not have to try liberation separately. So the devotee is already liberated. So impersonalists, they try different methods for liberation, but a devotee is already liberated because he is above the 3 modes of nature, Sattva-guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna. So this is the wonderful shloka which explains us about the results of pure devotional service. So what is the final result? When one is in the devotional service, one can overcome the 3 modes of nature, Sattva Guna, Rajaguna and Tamoguna, and one is situated on the transcendental stage as that of Lord. So he is not affected by all the 3 gunas, Sattva, Raja or Tamoguna. Sure. So we'll pause here and we'll continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow. Friends, Raj Srimad